win to get interrupted. You started actually. Things I was just looking at the time just to justify the fact that it looks sick. I was gonna do something like Bill's prepared. Oh shit, did you hear that? What is going on, peeps? It's your boy Ellis here. So yesterday I got a warning message saying my car needs some engine coolant, so I'm gonna get that sorted. I'm gonna go Halfords and get some engine coolant, but just look at her for a minute. But on the way I realized I haven't spoke to you guys on why I got this car instead of the cars that was being suggested around the time that I was about to buy a new car. So like the Golf R, the S3, and a lot more different options. So we're heading in the car and I'll talk to you about the reason for me choosing this car. First off the bat, it just looks amazing. If you haven't seen what I've done to it so far, then click the previous videos. But it's a bit dirty, but it's winter, it rains and then it dries. Yeah, there's no point me trying to keep it clean. But let's head in the car and I'll talk to you about the reason why I chose this car over everything else. Okay, so as I was saying, why did I choose this car over all the rivals, or not rivals, but everything else that could be considered as a upgrade for a VXR? So I'll start with the okay, stop it. All right, so I'll start with the least favorable options. The more favorable options. Okay, so I was getting suggested more than often. I'll start with the more favorable options, then I'll go off to what you'd like to call honorable mentions. Around the time when I was just like, what car should I get, etc, etc, there was a lot of Golf Rs, S3s, but obviously you guys know I wanted the 1.3 140i more than anything. Like, that was my dream at the time. I was like, I really, really want that car, that's so lovely. So I start with that car first. Why didn't I get that car? Well, that was the dream, and I wanted the facelift model. So the facelift, I think the facelift came in at 2015. So I wanted the facelift model, and it was pricey. I think all of them were over 20 grand. So it was pricey. And in my mind, my budget was like £300 with no deposit. So I know that's like a tight budget. At the time, I was considering downgrading, as you guys know, because at the time I was expecting a child, so I was considering downgrading. But then I really thought about it and thinking, no, I'm not downgrading. So I was considering my VXR was like 250, so I was considering to go down from 250 like 200 or something. And then I was like, you know what, my top end budget is like 300. Anyways, the 1.3 140i would not fit that £300 budget unless I put like a 5-6 grand deposit down, which I wasn't looking to do because I don't like putting deposits down. I like investing, so I invest like all my free capital and whatnot. And yeah, that was kind of off the list. Another thing as well is going about when I was doing like a bit of research on the car, there was some off-putting things of the running cost. I'm not gonna lie. The running cost bits were really off-putting because it's a 3 litre, and as stupid as I might think that I was going to be able to get like 30 miles per gallon in the city driving a 3 litre, that sounds that good and that goes that fast and that can drift, I was not going to get, like, it was just like it was unrealistic to a sense. Like, I was not. And then looking back at people's videos that done running costs, it was like 18, M4, they were like 18, 17 miles to the gallon and whatnot. You can get the high-end 20s on the motorway and driving sensibly and whatnot. But yeah, that was a one factor. Another factor was like they were telling me like to get a good pair of tires, you're looking at over £1 grand. And yeah, the running cost for that car I think is slightly higher than these cars because it's like a mini M car. Well, I don't know if you would agree with that. It's like a mini M car. So I think the running costs for those things are slightly higher than these less powerful hot hatches, even though I think that's probably got like 30 more bhp than this, around 30-40 more bhp than this. So as much as I love that car and the sound of it and everything else, do I think I still own one? I don't know. Is it worth going from this to a 135 140? I don't know. Let's see what the future brings, because I do love that car and the way that sounds. But on the side note, that was my #1 choice, and every time there was the NVM NVM Motorsports, they had the 400 Cupra, like the one that they've look at this kid just walking out in the road, not even looking where he's going. The guy still hasn't looked back. Wow. I need a dash cam. Wow. Anyways, so NVM had a, they still have it. They had a Cupra that I used to see outside this house when I drove past, and I was obsessed with that thing. I was just like, if I don't get the 135i, that's the car I'm gonna get. And I was just so obsessed with it. It had the red rims and the red like highlights, and it was white. I'm pretty sure you guys remember, like, know it if you follow NVM. And I was just like, I was telling my girlfriend, I even stopped one day and pulled over and videoed that car, like, babe, that's the car. If I can't get the 135i, 140, that's the car that I want to get. And it was just like under the sideline. And then obviously there's the Golf R and the S3s that were getting mentioned. So I'll put some clips comparing. The prices of around the same mileage and same year spec equivalent S3 or Golf R. I was finding that all S3s are around 20 grand, unless they've got like 100,000 miles. All S3s are around 100 grand, not 100 grand, 22 grand. And the same goes for all the Golf Rs as well. They're hitting like low 20s. So as I was saying, I didn't want to go over that £300 a month barrier. And so I'm going to get into a different video, because this car was meant to be over £300 a month, but I somehow managed to get it under 300 and only a few pound more than what I paid for my VXR. So I think that in itself is a video to be made. So I'll do that in an upcoming video. So cost wise, the more premium badged Audi and Golf were that much more expensive and not in my price range, kind of thing. And then when I was also looking at the running cost for that thing, I'm thinking to change tires. These were the things that was going through my mind at the time. Like, yeah, they were probably going to hold the value a lot better. But I'm thinking, okay, to change tires, you're going to have to replace all four at a time, and that's really expensive. That's going to set you back at least what, maybe £1,000 as well for all four. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, look at all that wind. So that's going to set you back around £1,000, let's say, call it. And that goes for the S3 as well, because it's 4-wheel drive, and because they're slightly heavier, they're going to be more on petrol, blah blah blah. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it was just things I was just looking at the time, just to justify the fact that I can't afford it. So those are all things I just like taking into consideration. And then there's the less favorable options, like the Golf GTI, the Focus ST. The Golf GTI is around the same price as this, and this will annihilate it. The Ford ST, same thing. This will annihilate it. So this is sitting at S3 Golf R territory for Ford ST Golf GTI money. That is great. That is a bargain, like in my eyes anyways. I picked this up at a really good price, because when I picked it up, it only had like 10,000 miles on it, and it was 17, but I managed to get it for less, like a decent amount less. But I'll get into that into a different video. And before purchasing this car, when I realized the fact that, you know what, the S3, the Golf R, the BMW 135i won't be my price bracket, I was just like, okay, let's focus on this for a minute. I was even considering the Peugeot 306 GTI, because that thing looks mean. But yeah, that just went down the drain. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, when I decided, you know what, this is the car I'm going to get, then I started looking at the specs and blah blah blah, because they had so many different variants. They had the 265, the 280, the 290, and then the 300 one came out like this year. Yeah, and the 300 came out like this year or something. Maybe gonna come out. So I was looking at all them different variants, and as I was saying, this came in my budget, and I think this is fully specced out. As I was saying in one of my previous videos, I think the only thing this car hasn't got is the Seat sound. It's got the panoramic sunroof, it's got heated seats. I don't know all the options that come, but it's nicely specced in my eyes. It's lovely specced, and for the price I got it and for the mileage, I thought that was like a bargain. I think the time of the year was key as well, but as I said, I'll do a video separately on what I think is the best way to get a good deal on a car. so far I can't fault this car at all. Like as I was saying, this is S3 Golf arm power for Ford ST and Golf GTI money, and that in itself is really good. I mean, I want to see in a GTI to see if that price is justified. I mean, I guess it is. It's a Golf, and they're reliable, and they're this and blah blah blah. They're the baseline of every hot hatch. So I can't really knock that. Golfs are classics. I mean, they're iconic. Golf GTIs are iconic kind of car. Like that's just a car that everyone goes to. But when you're looking for a bang for the buck, then you just tend to look around and see what else is out there. And so far, I've only seen a handful of these cars around. I mean, I went to a car meet. This was the only one there. That was in itself. I was like, okay, does that say I've got the worst car? I don't know. Does that say I've got the worst car? I've just got the least. I just got the less popular. I don't think it's the less popular, because I mean, people know what it is. If you know what it is, you know what it is, and you know what it represents and what it can do. So I'm not going to say it's the less favorable car, because at the meet there was like, I'm talking about the MSL performance meet, there were S3s, there were Golf Rs for days, and this was the only Cooper there. I mean, people are always going to love the S3s and the Golf Rs, regardless how many of them there are. But for me, that was just like, yes, no one has my car. But where do I park? But yeah, that's like basically the reason of why I ended up getting this bad boy over everything else. It was mainly a factor of what I could afford at the time and what made more sense, and not trying to. I mean, this was still a stretch for me, considering I have a child on the way and whatnot. It was still a stretch to pay a bit more money, especially for insurance and all that. But I done it, and so far so good. Like, I don't regret it. It's all good. I haven't had any financial problems. I don't look to have any. And if I get into that stage, then bye-bye Cupra. I'll have to sell you and get something more affordable. Yeah, but I'm gonna go get that engine coolant now, put that in, and there's something else I wanted to ask you guys at the end of the video. So it's close to the end now, so just wait until the end, or just skip to the end, and we will discuss that. Okay, so I'm gonna head in and go get that engine coolant quickly. Hopefully it's not a problem. This thing does this engine, because I remember watching one of TR Hamza videos with his S3, and he was saying like this car platform engine blah 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 have this same problem. So hopefully that's not the case, because I'm not looking to have problems right now. My VXR was very reliable. Okay, it was very reliable, so I don't want none of that issues where I have to be taking you to the garage every like 2 days and whatnot. So let's go get that bad boy, and then I'll be right back. I've just picked this up, Extreme GG40. So I'm gonna have to mix it half and half with water and down the thing. I feel like going to see someone to do this, because I just always think I'm gonna do it wrong. I literally always feel like I'm gonna do something wrong. I might go pop over to MV. That seems so stupid, to go to someone to change my coolant for me. I'm not that bad of a car guy, am I? I'm gonna watch a few YouTube videos. You know what? I'm gonna keep this receipt. I don't even know. I hate buying stuff, man. It's really frustrating, because I feel like just going to see someone to make sure it's the right thing. Where's my receipt? Is this one? I just had the bloody receipt. Oh, here we go. Especially with things like this, because I picked up the wrong one at first, and then the guy said to me that you need this one. So it's a good thing that I did ask. But now it's just like, how the hell do you put it in? AJ, shut up. All of that. That is my second warning so far, so I really do need to pull over and get that sorted, because I don't want one problem to lead to another. And coolants, I think coolant's very important, because it keeps everything cool, as it says coolant. And the time's cold now, so if there's no coolant and it's a cold time, then everything's gonna get, it's not good. I need to pull over and get this sorted. But I'm just gonna read the instructions on the bottle and sort this out. I'm slightly worried if I'm running out of damn. I don't know if I bought the right coolant, because as I was saying, the one that I've got is GG40, and I'm looking at this thing and it says GG13. So hold on, actually, let's put this laptop. I don't know if you can see that. Focus. See, GG13 and it says pause in. The level at the moment is below the minimum. Let's see if I can get a representation of my arm. The minimum's here and the level at the moment is like right there. So I've still got some left. It said I read the manual. It said not to drive if there's none in there at all. So I'm gonna head over to MV Motorsports because obviously they are experts with the Seat brand, and if anything, it's best if I just go get it checked out by someone that it's actually like have history with the car. It's just coolant, but at the same time I don't want to put the wrong one in case anything bad happens. Yeah, let's just go get that done.
Coolant?
Yeah, my coolant level is low and I bought one and I don't want to put the wrong thing in.
What is it?
Oh. So I was like, I'm not sure.
See, the problem is obviously this is made by Commerce, so you have to look at all the details within there to see if it's approved by VW.
It says it was approved by VW and all that.
It should be okay. I mean, technically, blue coolant is a type and red coolant is another type.
Yeah.
As long as this is red and matches red, it's usually the same substance. Anyway, how's the car?
Ah, it's lovely.
Yeah.
I've curbed the wheels a few times, but yeah, that's the only issue that I have to get sorted. But apart from that, it's amazing.
You ready for the off-roads?
Not yet. In a bit.
Soon.
Yeah, soon.
Carbon steering wheel coming, so
I know I want one of them carbon steering wheels as well, but they're like what? Oh, it's in the boot.
Before you start recording.
Anyway, you don't have to be on camera, so listen to the specs. It's windy as hell as well. Oh well. Ooh. Okay, what are the specs of this? It looks lovely inside.
So
I was just literally saying that the Golf isn't all that over the Cupra, but then I saw this interior and I'm like,
different animal with that new gearbox, the 7-speed gearbox.
I want these paddles. They're expensive though.
Yeah.
These paddles are. I saw them for like 100 plus.
Yeah. I think these are VW racing ones.
Yeah, it's VW racing one.
Oh, I love these paddles.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I love these paddles.
I did quite a few things.
And this car is badass.
So we've got Forge Motorsport carbon induction kit,
Yeah.
VW Racing Turbo Elbow, Forge Muffler Delete, JB4 and Remus Catback and a Forge Motorsport intercooler. It's only on the base setting for the JB4 and it's running 365 brake horsepower. Was it 492 Newton meters? So we're doing some more testing. Well, we'll put the downpipe on next week.
Once the downpipe's on,
it should be around the 380, 385.
Wow. I bet it sounds mean, does it? Oh,
It's soon going to be 850 brake.
850 brake.
on order for this car.
This is going to be like slaying RS6s, right?
Everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Let's get a startup actually.
Yep.
Let me hold this, let me put this here. I don't want the wind to get interrupted. You start it actually.
Okay, I start it.
Oh, wow. Is it cold? That's got a mean bass to it. It's got a lovely bass to it. Oh. Wow. That has got a lovely bass to it. And the interior just looks mad. Like it's got that digital display and... Ah, damn. I need to make a dedicated video for this whole thing. I want that. I want that. I want that straight away. I want that. Can you get them for like?
I'm not sure.
I mean, they're the same car, so I can get this part and then hopefully fit it.
If they got the setting part,
Yeah. Nah, I'm getting this. Like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna look at it today. I love the carbon and also. I think I need to make a dedicated video. Let me not give too much away. Okay, so it's windy, so I get in the car. 1.5 liters divided by 2 is 350. So if I put 350 liters of 750 liters of that, and 750 liters of water, then that's that's a mix, ain't it? Yeah.
Calm down, Hakeem, you're going too fast.
No. That's
You
half
want
and half.
half and half?
Yes.
Yeah?
Mom, you should know this.
Hakeem, just leave.
You should know this. Okay, so it's still 750. Okay, 730, 729. See, this is really thick.
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter.
So you're gonna put water on it to fill it up in it?
739, 751 exactly. So I'm gonna zero it and then go 750 again. I have to take it to 0. Yeah. Oh, 758.
Doesn't matter.
It's a bit more, but okay.
It doesn't matter though. It's a bit more than doing it in a half.
758. I'm slightly off, but hopefully it's alright. 759. I'm just trying to be. I'm just a perfectionist, I guess. I guess an average person would just like throw it into the bottle and just be like, "Yep, that's all good." Just make sure it's equal measurements by hand. But I'm just making this coolant top up entertaining. Look at that beast, just staring, waiting at me. Okay, so I don't know if you saw with that Golf, but it had like one of them hydraulic arms right there, and I want that right now. Like, I've got this thing that I have to, obviously you know what it's like, so I think that's what you get for the premium of a Golf or an Audi. The ease of just lifting it, and it's all good. So this is basically the same platform. It's windy, I apologize, it's going under the hood a bit. Then you can't see me if I go under the hood. How can you see me? Probably hardly can see me. Yeah, but as I was saying, it's basically the same engine platform. So if I do get the hydraulic mount, then I wonder if it goes there. It should be able to fit. Obviously I look on the forums or whatnot to see what people say, but at the moment let's top this up. I think I need a cloth to take that off because it's probably a bit hot. I left the engine open. So what if it flipping out? I think it's fine. I don't want nothing squirting out at me. Is that opening or tightening? I don't even know. Bill's prepared. Oh shit, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yeah. I think it's still too hot. I don't even know, shall I leave? I'm impatient. Hey, chill. You're on. I think the steam's come out just then when you just heard that release. Angle. Let's see if I can get it straight in without it spilling. Bang! Straight in without it spilling. Zama G. Huh? I don't even know. I hope that's not gone over. Have a look. Damn, that's alright. That's too much. It's fine. Oh, I know it's dark and you can probably hardly see me. Just get this in focus as much as possible. Yeah, but that's done. Something else I wanted to ask you guys quickly before I end this video because I'm about to wrap it up. I've got some bad boy stickers. Hold on. Why is the door locked? Sorry if it's too windy. I haven't got my dead cat on. Okay, so let's have a look at these stickers. Let's close this boot. See, look at this. Now I have to take this off. That's just long. If I had the bloody hydraulic thing, then it's just a matter of opening and closing it. Yeah, just close it. It's just a matter of opening and closing it. There we go. Okay, so look at these stickers that I bought, and I just don't know where to put them. So I need your help on that. Do you think these are good places to stick them? So I got this claw thing that I know it's a bit childish. So I'm light, thank you. I got this claw thing. I know it's a bit childish, but I was gonna put it like over. Oh, that already looks sick. I was gonna do something like that, or obviously it's gonna be not over the headlights, but like half and half, like just over the. Even over, nah, over the headlight would be legal for sure. So it looks sick over the headlight though, because then it doesn't. It doesn't look sick over the headlight. Yeah, so like half up there, then the rest down there. So I'm gonna do that. I think on the driver's side maybe. So let me know what you think of that, and also hold on, let's get these bad boys. A bit of advertisement. So I've got these. YouTube, and I like the colourful bit. I like the colourful stickers, so when I got colourful stickers, so stick that. Oh, I'm thinking they're too big though. That's the only issue I'm having right now. So I'm gonna put that there, and I've got my name tags. Where are these? My name tags that go along with it. So like YouTube is obviously, I'm going to cut that YouTube bit off, and then it's going to be just like A. Ellis, like right there, and I'm going to probably put one there, one on the opposite side, and then one maybe down here or up there. I'm indecisive, but yeah, that's the com. Let's put these bad boys back. Get in. And I've still got these headlight, this tint. I still got these light tints that I wanted to use for the headlights. Not for the headlights, but for the license plate, because I really do like the smokes out look of the license plate. But I'm still trying to find out if they're legal or not. Apparently they're not, but I just want one person to tell me that they are, so I feel a lot better. But yeah, hopefully it's not too windy. It is windy actually. Let's go low. Let's go low. Does low even help? Let's stay here. Protects me, my car. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you made it to the end, lights. Thank you. If you made it to the end, drop a like, leave a comment, and make sure you subscribe. Share the video, will mean so much if you guys share the video. I want to share the video. Obviously, it means a lot if you guys share the video. And I could get like, for God's sake, man, I'm not even gonna bother anymore. If you share the video, then obviously I can reach a larger amount of people and get my channel to grow, and that would be majorly appreciated. So yeah, and I'll see you guys in a next one. Peace. It's not even that late. It's like it's 5 o'clock. Like, what the hell? What?